take another L. Designer on me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
I got 15. 3.
Here's 2nd and 8. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Complete to
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The 49er first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Number 28.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, San Francisco.
Now they try the right side here. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46.
On second down, Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. He can run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Running with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Niners 7, Cardinals 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2 and now on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
37-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for number 81. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they want.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 49ers, 39-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal, a 56-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
45-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Simmons on the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, 49ers.
Tua going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Complete.
That's good for 28 yards.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
12-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Looking to pass. Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
3rd down pass.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Oh, fighting off the defender. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now they try the right side here. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
It's a gain.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. midfield. Here's Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
That's good. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Camaro. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally. But he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
49ers.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Gets this one to use check. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 2nd down, Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They run it again with Kamara. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Third down and 11.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.